Rain lashes down on the Los Angeles streets, turning neon reflections into shimmering mirages. The distant wail of sirens cuts through the night, an urban symphony of distress. The Selene Hotel sign flickers erratically, casting an eerie, intermittent glow on the slicked streets. Narrator, V.O. In the heart of Los Angeles, just a few blocks from the glowing lights of Hollywood, Narrator, V.O. stands a hotel where stories don't check out with the guests. The hotel looms, a silent sentinel amidst the city's restless pulse, where secrets linger. Mira Lee enters the Selene Hotel, its faded grandeur hinting at forgotten elegance. The lobby whispers tales of bygone splendor, now marred by chipped paint and worn carpets. She advances toward the front desk, where a weary desk clerk avoids eye contact, muttering grievances. The desk clerk stands, head slightly bent, avoiding eye contact and muttering. In the dim-lit hotel lobby, a lone desk clerk wearily leans over the counter, his face etched with exhaustion. His eyes, a startling blend of concern and fear, lock onto an unseen presence. He speaks, his voice a low warning. Don't use the 14th floor elevators after midnight. His tone deepens with urgency. They act strange. He concludes with a stark advisory. Just stairs after dark, all right? Mira walks into the grand hotel lobby, a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. She pauses, her gaze sweeping across the opulent surroundings, a hint of bewilderment in her expression. She makes her way toward the front desk, her steps measured, her confusion growing. Reaching the desk, she offers a tentative, confused smile. "Okay, thanks." Her expression blends confusion with a burgeoning smile, hinting at a mix of gratitude and uncertainty. Inside the elevator, Mira frantically presses buttons, her movements betraying rising anxiety. Her eyes dart around, fear etched on her face as she glances at the open doors. Cornered and paranoid, Mira shrinks away, desperately trying to become invisible. She steps in and out, whispering to the empty air, trapped in a silent, desperate plea as the elevator doors remain stubbornly open. The elevator ascends, each floor a descent into deeper unease. Inside the old elevator, the air grows heavy. Distorted elevator music, static interference, shadows play tricks on the walls, amplifying the sense of dread. The doors open, revealing only deeper darkness. Weak sunlight barely penetrates the hotel lobby as the morning unfolds with quiet dread. A hotel staff member approaches the front desk, their face etched with growing anxiety. Another staff member watches elevator surveillance, a chilling unease creeping into their expression. Narrator, V.O. The next morning, hotel staff notice Mira never checked out. When they check the elevator footage, they find her behaving unnaturally. The Selene Hotel lobby buzzes with subdued anxiety, a stark contrast to its usual splendor. Hotel staff move with grim determination, their hushed whispers adding to the unsettling atmosphere. A wave of dread washes over the scene as Mira's parents arrive, their faces a mask of fear and disbelief. Their arrival casts a heavy shadow, the weight of the unknown pressing down on the once vibrant space. The air thickens with unspoken questions, each glance a silent plea for answers in the unfolding mystery. In a desolate space, Mira's mother stands alone, her body racked with sobs, a portrait of anguish. Her voice cracks with desperation as she cries out for her missing daughter, a plea piercing the silence. Crying, Where is she? What happened to my daughter? She cries, her words echoing in the emptiness. The question hangs in the air, unanswered, as Mira's mother is consumed by fear and despair. Room 412 reveals its secrets under the relentless gaze of the police. Each drawer whispers silent stories as they are opened. Sunlight pierces through the window, painting the air with dancing dust motes. The officer's thoroughness unveils nothing but emptiness. The unremarkable room remains an enigma, defying every effort to decode its mysteries. Silence echoes, mocking the futility of their search. Mr. Henderson strides urgently through the Selene Hotel hallway, his anxiety palpable. His hurried pace and nervous gestures betray a deep-seated concern. A hotel employee meticulously polishes a brass lamp, oblivious to the mounting tension. Mr. Henderson approaches the hotel employee, his expression a mask of barely concealed urgency. The polished lamp gleams, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. In the suffocating darkness, a damp, metallic scent permeates the air. Visibility fades into the unknown, as unseen walls lurk just beyond the reach of dim light. A lone voice cuts through the silence, laced with concern. The water's dark. It smells metallic. Is this normal? The question hangs unanswered, swallowed by the oppressive atmosphere. Beneath the vast sky, a lone maintenance worker begins his ascent, a tiny figure against the grandeur of the Selene Hotel. He steadily climbs toward the rooftop, each step carrying him further from the world below. Reaching the summit, he pauses, the rooftop stretching before him, a world of unseen mechanics and silent machinery. His gaze locks onto the hotel's water tank, a silent monolith promising answers to unseen questions. He approaches the water tank, his shadow growing longer. The wind begins to howl, a symphony of nature's fury. An ominous sound of metal creaking fills the air, a prelude to impending doom. The wind intensifies, whistling with a haunting melody. Metal groans under immense pressure, a sign of structural failure. The creaking of metal merges with the howling wind, creating a cacophony of fear. The wind and metal continue their mournful duet, a symphony of destruction. The heavy water tank lid is forced open, revealing a dark abyss. Sunlight pierces the darkness, glinting off the water's surface. He peers into the tank, his expression shifting from curiosity to horror. A glimpse of something pale floats in the water. The horrifying discovery. Mira's lifeless body floats face up. Her eyes stare blankly at the sky, reflecting the cold, uncaring light. In the dimly lit police station, a detective reviews case files. The only sound, the rhythmic clicking of his pen. He stares intently at a photo, trying to unlock the mystery within. Narrator: VO. She had no signs of trauma, no drugs, no ladder to climb in, no alarms were triggered. How did she get there? Why was the water tank lid closed from the outside? A water tank looms on a rooftop, silent and ominous. Room 412 looms, a silent stage set for the unknown, its grimy walls whispering untold stories. Police cautiously step back into room 412, each footfall echoing through the stillness. The lights above flicker and dance, casting an eerie glow that heightens the sense of unease. Shadows stretch and contort across the walls, transforming the familiar into the surreal. Each corner of room 412 seems to hold its breath, awaiting a revelation. The officers move deeper into the room, the air thick with anticipation and unspoken dread. Darkness blankets the unknown location, faint shadows playing tricks on the eye. A palpable sense of unease hangs heavy in the air. A figure stirs within the shadows. A chilling voice breaks the silence. This place gives me the creeps. Sterngaz appears station silence. His expression is unreadable, a mask of authority and unspoken questions. The air crackles with unspoken tension, every shadow deepening the sense of impending revelation. Just focus on the evidence, he commands, his voice a low rumble that demands attention. Each word hangs heavy, a stark reminder of the task at hand. The weight of the investigation settles heavily in the room, demanding clarity and focus. In the dimly lit room, the air hangs heavy with dust and the scent of decay. Police officers peel back strips of faded wallpaper, revealing bizarre symbols etched into the plaster. One officer documents the cryptic markings, capturing the unsettling details. Another officer unfurls old blueprints, tracing the faded lines, seeking answers in the hotel's past. "What do you make of this?" the officer questions, his voice echoing in the eerie silence as he reveals, "There's no 14th floor elevator shaft." In the dim room, faint light illuminates dust motes dancing in the air. I reach out, fingers brushing against the cool, worn leather. Mira's journal rests in my hand, a tangible link to the past. The silence of the room amplifies the weight of the journal in my grasp. Distant dripping echoes through Mira's cramped apartment, shadows playing across the walls. The only light is from the moon through a grimy window, illuminating her haunted eyes. In the darkness, Mira's journal speaks. "There's something in the walls. Something watches me every night. The elevator is a door, but not always to this world." In the security room, police officers gather, the monitors glow, casting a stark light on their faces. The officers are focused on reanalyzing the elevator footage, their eyes scanning every detail. Each frame is scrutinized with intense focus, the air thick with anticipation. The room buzzes with the low hum of the equipment, a constant reminder of the task at hand. The officers remain focused, determined to find any overlooked detail hidden in the elevator footage. In an unknown setting, a police officer's concern deepens as he examines an unseen object. His face tightens with worry as he carefully studies the item. He looks closely, his lips pursed as he realizes the gravity of the situation. The officer's voice breaks the silence. "Look at this." The security room sits in silent anticipation, the clock ticking ominously at 3:08 a.m. On the monitor, Mira's image flickers ominously, a prelude to the unreal, a disturbing glitch in reality. For 1.2 seconds, Mira's image distorts, an unsettling omen. Her reflection betrays a sinister secret, moving unnaturally, detached from her true self. The anomaly intensifies, the reflection's actions diverging further from Mira's. A silent scream trapped within the glass, as Mira's reflection defies the laws of nature. In the tense silence of the security room, a figure unknowingly edges closer to a looming, unseen horror. The air thickens as an icy presence materializes, unnoticed, behind her. Thermal vision reveals the chilling form, a spectral figure with eyes of darkness and a smile of pure malice. Her final moments tick away as she remains unaware of the nightmare closing in. The sinister presence looms ever closer, the thermal image intensifying the dread. The room holds its breath as the unseen horror prepares to strike, her fate sealed in chilling silence. The grand lobby of the Selene Hotel stands in aged glory, light shafts dancing through grimy windows, revealing faded grandeur. The narrator's voice echoes through the decaying space. The Selene Hotel was built in 1927. Since then, over 15 deaths. The air is thick with unspoken stories. 4 serial killers stayed here, shadows lengthen, hinting at past horrors, and dozens of suicides, most from the 14th floor. A chilling legacy lingers. The Selene Hotel keeps its secrets, each dusty corner whispering tales of despair and dread. In the hushed archives of the Selene Hotel, a lone researcher delves deep into the past, their silhouette framed by the dim glow of a desk lamp. Surrounded by towering stacks of yellow documents, they trace the fragile edges of history, seeking a hidden truth within the hotel's long-forgotten stories. Their focused gaze sweeps over the aged newspaper clippings, each page a potential clue to unraveling the mysteries concealed within the Selene Hotel. Lost in the labyrinth of meticulously kept records, the researcher meticulously searches for a hidden truth, determined to expose the secrets buried within the hotel's past. In the Selene Hotel archives, dust dances in the light, illuminating rows of forgotten stories. With gloved hand, she reaches for a brittle ledger. The spine cracks ominously. She flips through the fragile pages, her brow furrowed in concentration, her eyes widened slightly, a name leaping from the page, a record of Richard Kelter, found drowned in the water tank in 1964. The revelation hangs in the air, as heavy as the dust-filled silence of the archives. The scratching of a pen echoes in the silence. Richard Kelter's words resonate. There's something in the walls. The diary entry speaks of unseen horrors. The scratching continues, the words painting a grim picture. The unsettling confession lingers. There's something in the walls. Sarah steps into room 412, a new chapter unfolding in the night. Camera in hand, Sarah begins to vlog, capturing her first impressions of the enigmatic room. Her eyes scan the room, absorbing every detail as she prepares to share her experience. The camera becomes her confidant, ready to document the secrets and stories within the room. Sarah's presence illuminates the room, promising to unveil the mysteries hidden within room 412. In the Selene Hotel elevator, Sarah playfully mirrors Mira's every move. The elevator ascends smoothly, carrying Sarah and Mira towards their destination. The smooth ascent grinds to an abrupt halt as the elevator jams. A sudden jolt throws Sarah and Mira off balance. The elevator ascends in silence, its polished steel reflecting an unseen dread. Unaware, a woman stands, oblivious to the spectral presence lurking behind her. A pale figure emerges in the reflection, its features indistinct, almost ghost-like. The spectral figure watches, its gaze fixed on the unsuspecting woman. The elevator continues its ascent, carrying both the living and the spectral towards an unknown destination. Sarah sits, poised before her computer, ready to connect with her audience. She begins her live stream, her expression vibrant and engaging. Suddenly, the video freezes, disrupting the connection. The screen abruptly goes black, leaving her in sudden darkness. Silence descends as Sarah's live stream cuts out. The room is still. Sunlight floods the Selene Hotel hallway, casting a stark glow on the patterned carpet. Sarah's cracked phone lies abandoned on the floor, a silent testament to her vanished presence. The air grows heavy with an unnatural chill, hinting at the mystery surrounding her disappearance. No trace remains, no security footage, no credit card usage, no digital footprint. The rain-streaked neon lights of the Selene Hotel blur into a hazy glow, painting the night with an eerie allure. The hotel stands tall and imposing against the stormy sky, a dark monolith piercing the heavens. Raindrops cascade down the windows, distorting the world outside into a surreal, watery canvas. The neon signs flicker intermittently, casting an unsettling light across the rain-slicked streets. The hotel's dark silhouette dominates the horizon, a silent sentinel watching over the storm-swept city. In the heart of the storm, the Selene Hotel remains an enigmatic beacon, its secrets hidden behind closed doors. The office building looms in the dead of night, cloaked in an eerie silence. The clock marks 3, 7 time suspended between worlds. Motionless, an elevator awaits on the 14th floor. Narrator, V.O. Mira Lee was never found alive. Narrator, V.O. But sometimes, at 3:08 a.m., the elevator on the 14th floor still opens. Narrator, 5-0. For someone who isn't there. Total darkness fills the screen. Emerging from the void, a single line of text appears. End screen. The words hang in the darkness, stark and final. Another line materializes, soft and solemn. Inspired by true events, the weight of truth settles in the silent void. Finally, a disclaimer flickers into existence. Some characters and scenes have been fictionalized. The screen fades into an all-consuming blackness, swallowing all light and form. Silence descends, a heavy, suffocating blanket that smothers all sound. From the void, a stark white message emerges, piercing the darkness with its cold clarity. The disembodied voice of the narration cuts through the silence. Subscribe for more chilling tales every week. The stark message hangs in the void, an invitation to further darkness and dread. The screen remains black, the chilling invitation lingering in the silence. A canvas of absolute darkness stretches into infinity, an empty void. A faint luminescence flickers as words begin to materialize from the shadows. The words coalesce into a haunting promise. Night Tales Collection, where stories never rest. The glowing words hang in the darkness. The narration fades into the night. In the dimly lit Selene Hotel bar, a lone figure, shrouded in shadows, sits nursing a drink, untouched by the revelry around him. The bartender watches him, his movements precise as he polishes glasses, his eyes betraying a mix of apprehension and curiosity. Each clink of glass and murmur of voices only deepens the figure's isolation, emphasizing the secrets he carries. The bartender's gaze sharpens, a silent acknowledgement of the figure's mysterious aura. The figure remains motionless, lost in thought, the drink a mere prop in his solitary tableau. The scene is a study in contrasts, light and shadow, observer and observed, the known and the unknown. In the suffocating darkness of room 1408, erratic lights struggle to pierce the gloom. A man is violently thrown against the wall, his face twisted in a silent scream of unimaginable terror. Furniture crashes. Objects are hurled through the air by an unseen, malevolent force. The very air crackles with a palpable sense of unseen energy, hinting at the room's dark secrets. The man is pinned against the wall, struggling against the unseen force, his eyes darting around the room in panic. Objects continue to fly around him, each impact intensifying the room's oppressive and violent atmosphere. In the silent hallway of the Selene Hotel, a young woman's face betrays growing unease. Her posture reflects a visible disturbance, her every step heavy with apprehension. She halts abruptly, her head cocked as if ensnared by an unheard sound. A stillness descends, amplifying the faint whispers that slither from behind the walls. The whispers grow louder, wrapping her in an invisible web of dread and anticipation. She strains to decipher the source, her senses heightened as the hotel's secrets begin to stir. In the Selene Hotel's grand lobby, sunlight paints dancing dust motes as a motley crew of paranormal investigators prepares for their spectral hunt. Cases burst open, revealing a treasure trove of ghost-hunting gadgets, EMF readers, digital voice recorders, and thermal cameras ready to pierce the veil. The air crackles with anticipation as the scent of old money mixes with an indefinable, otherworldly aroma, hinting at the mysteries lurking within the historic walls. Dr. Elara Reynolds' eyes gleam with anticipation, a seasoned hunter ready to confront the unknown. The Selene Hotel elevator halts abruptly, its occupants suspended between floors in growing darkness. Erratic lights cast long, distorted shadows as a low, guttural hum fills the cramped space. A palpable sense of dread fills the air, intensified by the straining cables above. Panic flares among the guests as the reality of their confinement sinks in. In the dim room, Sarah wanders, oblivious to the shadows gathering around her. Her phone casts an eerie glow, unaware of the impending doom. A sudden chill pierces the air, defying the stuffy confines of room 412. An unsettling sensation crawls up her spine, a silent warning of the darkness closing in. The room seems to breathe, shadows deepening, as Sarah's fate hangs in the balance. A hidden passage descends, inviting the viewer into a realm of forgotten shadows. The air grows heavy, whispering tales of secrets long buried beneath the Selene Hotel. Strange symbols emerge from the darkness, their cryptic forms hinting at a hidden history. The basement whispers of forgotten rituals and arcane knowledge etched into the very stone. The Selene Hotel looms against the night, its silhouette stark and imposing. Grainy footage hints at a fleeting presence, a translucent figure barely visible. In the upper windows, a faint, ghostly form appears and vanishes in an instant. The security camera captures the ethereal moment, a whisper of something unseen. The wind howls fiercely across the Selene Hotel rooftop, a symphony of unseen forces. A lone figure stands defiant against the night, a silhouette etched against the cityscape below. The darkness beckons, an abyss of uncertainty and unspoken possibilities. He contemplates the city's sprawling lights, each flicker a distant echo of human existence. The city sleeps, unaware of the silent vigil being kept high above. The wind intensifies, a physical manifestation of the turmoil within.